Osama bin Laden, once a name that made people around the world afraid, became the symbol of a new time of worldwide fighting and fear. He started a group called Al-Qaeda, a violent group that tried to change the world by using force and attacks, most famously with the September 11th attacks in the United States. Bin Laden's life began with a rich and comfortable childhood in Saudi Arabia, but he later became a man on the run, hiding from the world. His story is about how someone can change from a normal life to extreme beliefs and big goals. His group planned and carried out attacks meant to make people angry and split them apart, changing how countries work together and how they keep people safe. For many people, his name means sadness and loss. For governments, he was the most wanted person in the world. He was able to avoid being caught for many years, which made his story even more mysterious and talked about. Bin Laden's life makes us think about why some people turn to violence for political reasons, and why extreme ideas can attract followers. Learning about his life helps us understand the world we live in today, and why it is the way it is. His actions, whether good or bad, have changed history and will never be forgotten. Osama bin Laden was born in 1957 into one of the richest families in Saudi Arabia. He grew up with great wealth and many advantages, but his family also followed strict religious rules. His father was a very successful builder, and was close friends with the Saudi royal family, the country's rulers. This connection gave the family a lot of power and respect. Some of Osama's brothers and sisters liked Western ways and modern life, but Osama was quiet, serious, and very religious. When he went to university, he listened to teachers who believed in strict Islamic ideas and wanted big changes. They said that Muslim countries had lost their way because of Western influence, meaning ideas and habits from Europe and America. These teachers believed that only fighting or jihad could bring back what they saw as true Islam. When Osama's father died, Osama inherited a huge amount of money, which allowed him to pay for his own plans and activities. Bin Laden's early life was full of opposites. He enjoyed modern comforts and money, but was pulled more and more toward strict beliefs that rejected those things. This struggle inside him pushed him toward extreme actions and ideas. The Soviet invasion of Afghanistan in 1979 changed bin Laden's life forever. He believed fighting in this war was his religious duty. Bin Laden used his money to help the Mujahideen, fighters who wanted to push out the Soviets. He organized foreign volunteers and helped build places for them to live and train. Over time, he got more involved in the fighting himself. He set up training camps and created his own group of fighters. In 1988, he helped start Al-Qaeda, meaning the base, to bring together fighters from different countries. The goal was to guide and lead people who wanted to fight for their beliefs around the world. When the Mujahideen defeated the Soviets, bin Laden believed that even the strongest countries could be beaten if you had strong faith and determination. This experience shaped how he saw the world. It gave him the people and the confidence to start attacks in other countries. Bin Laden now saw the United States as the next enemy he wanted to fight. The Afghan war taught him the skills and ideas he would use later. It was the test that set him on the path to becoming a global terrorist. Bin Laden's beliefs mixed a very strict and old-fashioned view of Islam with a demand for violent holy war, called jihad. He said that Muslims had moved away from true faith, and that fighting was a personal duty for everyone. Most Islamic religious leaders disagreed with him, saying his calls for violence against anyone, anywhere were wrong, and that killing innocent people is never allowed. Bin Laden was especially angry about the US military being in Saudi Arabia, which he believed was deeply disrespectful to his religion. He also strongly opposed US support for Israel and the economic punishments, or sanctions, placed on Iraq. He turned political problems into a fight between religions. His ideas were not accepted by most people, but they convinced a small group who felt angry, ashamed, or powerless in their lives. By mixing political anger with religious words, he tried to make terror attacks seem justified. His twisted ideas would lead to deadly results. In the 1990s, bin Laden's fight against the United States became more intense. After being forced to leave Saudi Arabia, he lived and worked in Sudan and Afghanistan, putting his beliefs into real actions. In 1996, he made a public statement declaring war against the United States, and in 1998 he issued a fatwa, or religious order, calling for attacks on Americans everywhere. Al-Qaeda soon acted on these threats. In 1998, they bombed U.S. embassies in Kenya and Tanzania, killing hundreds of people and injuring thousands more. The United States responded with missile attacks, but bin Laden survived and became even more well-known. In 2000, Al-Qaeda attacked the USS Cole, a US Navy ship, killing 17 American sailors. These attacks made bin Laden America's #1 enemy. The most important event came on September 11, 2001, when Al-Qaeda hijackers crashed planes into the World Trade Center in New York City, the Pentagon in Washington, D.C., and a field in Pennsylvania. Nearly 3,000 people lost their lives, and the world was changed forever. Bin Laden became a name known in every home, and the United States and its allies started the war on terror. To his followers, these attacks were seen as acts of resistance. To the rest of the world, they were acts of terror and fear. The size and boldness of 9/11s made bin Laden the symbol of global terrorism. His fight had spread across the world. After the attacks on September 11, 2001, bin Laden became the most wanted person in the world. The United States sent its military into Afghanistan to remove the Taliban government and try to destroy Al-Qaeda, bin Laden's group. But bin Laden got away, disappearing and hiding for almost 10 years. He kept encouraging attacks by sending out audio and video messages, even though the main part of Al-Qaeda was getting weaker. His ideas spread to other people, leading to new violent groups in different countries. The search for him ended in May 2011 when US Navy SEALs, a special military team, killed him in Abbottabad, Pakistan. Many people celebrated his death as justice, but what he left behind still causes arguments and strong feelings. Most people remember him as someone who killed many innocent people, whose actions brought great pain and war. But for a small group of extremists, he is still seen as a hero or martyr, a person who died for their cause. Al-Qaeda is now much weaker, but the violent ideas he supported are still around, and they continue to inspire attacks. Bin Laden's dark legacy still affects our world today,